Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I forgot to close my window, so you might hear some background noise. I'm struggling today with this gesso. It's just stuck on there. So I'm gonna gesso my pages really quickly and then we are gonna get started. Today's gonna be a simple page. I have been really loving EB Mixedmedia. She is one of the few folks I really like her work, her and Helen Colebrook. So because I've kind of been in a painting rut, I am just going to follow along on a tutorial that she did. It's called creating a faux cyanotype page journal spread. So let's first gesso. She told us the paint that she used, and I actually went out and bought it. I think it was like 59 cents. It's Admiral Blue. Hope you guys can see that. But yeah, I'm excited to be doing this. I've been dilly-dallying long enough, and one thing I never ever want to be taken from me is just my creativity. And by taken from me, I mean it atrophies because of disuse. Is disuse a word? I don't know, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. And that goes for a lot, you know? That goes for almost everything that I do. I don't want to ever lose anything. So, happy month of June. I hope that June has been treating you well so far. For me, May was a bit of a doozy, but I knew it was coming, so I was prepared. So I just kind of went into a bit of a consecration just so I could stay on top of things, and I'm so grateful for that. It helped immensely, and I'm just grateful to God for all that He does to keep me centered and focused and just in tune, and just how He shares things just in time to help me. So grateful for that. So I've gessoed my page, gonna let that dry. Oh, I forgot those corners. It's fine. When she showed this blue, I was like, this is beautiful. Typically when I see blues, I try and just make the color or the shade myself. But look at how gorgeous this is. I can't deal. Some colors are just stunning. So here I'm just adding blobs of white paint. Again, I'm following along her tutorial, and her inspiration for this actually came from a month-long project among the art journaling community called Messy May. I completely missed it. I'm going to try and catch the next thing because I think it's going to help me get out of my rut. But I'm just adding these blobs here, and it actually reminds me of another project that she's been working on a lot. This is where she paints she draws wildflowers onto used palette paper. So basically palette paper is just printer paper that she uses to mix her paints, and then instead of throwing them away at the end of her project, she saves them and she draws wildflowers on top of them using just like a regular ink pen, and it's just so beautiful. I'm going to start doing the same thing. So one thing I'm noticing as I'm doing this is that at first I tried to be as exact as possible to what she was doing, but then eventually I got to this place where I guess some people call it like a flow state. And it began to make sense. Like I would look at the blob and I could see the flower in the blob. And one thing I really appreciate about this practice is that it's helping me overcome this perfectionism I have towards flowers. For me, I really struggle to draw flowers, and whenever I try to, I want to make them look as true to form as possible. And this practice is not that. This is almost kind of random and imaginative, and you're kind of figuring it out. You're just kind of free flowing, and I really just appreciate that. So I'm looking forward to doing more of these actually. Right around this point, I've really kind of hit my stride, and I kind of sort of know what I'm doing. And so I'm just going to wrap up these last few flowers and then move on to the next step. Now I'm just drawing the stems of the flowers, nothing crazy. Again, following along and kind of also trying to make it match what I drew, not what she drew. That's always like the, I guess, the finer points there. You'll see, yeah, I'm kind of hesitating a little bit because I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but so far so good. I like it. Gonna fix some mistakes that I just made there. I think I added here, I feel like I added a stem too many, and it just doesn't, it didn't look right to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. That's the beauty of the Jelly Roll pen. If you can catch it fast enough, you can wipe it off, and I think you can wipe it off even after it's been on the page for a while. I'm not sure though. To me, it's like chalk. And then adding leaves. Again, leaves are not my strong point, so I'm closely following her tutorial here, especially with the placement. To her, I'm sure it's not random. Her eye is just trained to see where it would look good. I have a bad habit of overpopulating a page, so I'm just following this part exactly. Alright, all my leaves are done. I'm going to move on to the next step. And let's start making some marks. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to start making some of these marks inside of the petals that she's adding here. Right now, it feels like she's just adding dimension. So it's not just these 2D flowers on a paper, but they're really coming to life. So far, I'm really enjoying this. I like her process. Is easy to follow for me. And it's helping me with my flower work. Here, I've decided to go and fix some, what I consider to be overdone. It just has too many lines in it for my taste, so I'm just gonna go in and touch it up a little bit.